Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Meme and Die podcast, the only podcast that has missed its intro song for the last 3 episodes straight. Woo! Woo! I am one of your hosts, Musio.
Man, I'm called out.
And I am joined by my dapper co-hosts, Cord Gamer.
You know, I don't know if I want to be called dapper by you. You just did our boy dirty just by calling him out on live, on the air, without any pre-warning. You know, you could have at least mentioned it to him off camera, but nah, you saved his whole reaction to everything just for the content, and I despise that. I'm Cord.
Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure we've used dapper before, so...
Have we?
Yeah.
Crap.
Well, too bad. We're dapper twice. We're doubly dapper than you fools.
Double dapper.
My clean co-hosts, Cord Gamer and Noc.V.
Oh, okay.
Say hi. Noc, say hi.
Hey, how's it going?
See, wasn't that so clean? He's so clean. It's amazing. You know our spiel already. I'm not even going to waste time on it. But today is a fun day because we got 3 fun questions. And the first of which is going to just be a simple, how you doing? How are y'all doing?
Wow, why is this a question? This isn't a fact. What is going on here? I'm so confused. We backstabbed Noc, and then you and in terms of a fancy, fun gamer question, you just go, "How you doing?"
Yeah.
What is this? What our production budget? Is this what our?
Can I not check up on my friends? I feel like I haven't talked to y'all in like forever.
I'm feeling let down by this question.
Yeah, honestly, like I was expecting a very nice would you rather question, you know, something goofy to get the goofy juices flowing. Nah, we just went, so how's you doing in your depressing life? That's what we doing for funny podcast content?
Listen, if you want me to break out the goofy juices, it's a Sunday. I gotta go into work tomorrow. We're not breaking out the goofy juice, okay?
We gotta break out the goofy juice. That's what we're here for.
No, I'm not. No, absolutely not.
Oh, wait, I didn't mean that goofy juice, but, you know, I meant the general goofy juice.
Neurons fired in his brain. He figured it out. Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Sorry. I want to know how y'all are doing. I feel like I haven't asked this question on this podcast in a while.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I also haven't talked to y'all like all week, I think. So I want to know how y'all doing.
I'll be honest, today
I want to hear from you first.
Noc wants to speak. Let Noc speak.
No, I was just saying, like, I'm tired today, man. I'm having I don't know. I haven't been getting much sleep recently. I've been going to bed too late for like 5 days in a row. And like, yeah, I'm kind of tired. I'm trying to keep up the energy. I think I'm doing okay, but no, man, I feel tired.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You're doing great.
What are you doing staying up so late? That's killing you.
Hey, you young buck.
Honestly, just ADHD bullshit. I'll just watch YouTube for like until like 2 in the morning. Okay, maybe not quite that late. Like 1:30. And then obviously my son wakes me up at about 6-7 a.m.
Oof.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Mm-hmm. A little bit too much of that.
Yeah. I've also not had the best sleep schedule though. Like the other day I went to bed at like 7 in the morning.
Ooh.
Yeah, I stayed up all night. So I had like an anxiety moment, man, just about going back to college. And I was like, am I going to do good in classes? And like, I had a whole moment about it, dude. But I got it resolved in my head. I also talked to the parents about it because they're helpful in that respect. So I did that. Got over it. Last night I slept like super long. I slept until like 11. I went to bed at like, I think 11. I think I slept 12 hours. Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah.
When do you go back?
When do I go back?
Yeah.
Sometime close to the middle of August. I can't remember what day.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, but other than that, I've been feeling great actually, despite the ruined sleep schedule. Like I feel amazing. I'm feeling very happy. I've been working out as you do. I've actually been eating a lot healthier. I used to eat a ton of junk food, but like recently when I've gone grocery shopping, I'll go buy all like the snacks on the aisles and like that are really unhealthy. Like today, I really wanted to get Nutter Butters, like a bunch of them, because I'm an adult and I can do that.
Of course.
But I was like, what if maybe no, and then be healthy? And then I bought like other stuff instead.
Dude, that's crazy. You said you've been eating a ton of junk food?
I had been.
I mean, that's really your problem right there. Yeah. See, like you just have to have junk food in moderation. Like I can't even imagine someone eating a ton of junk food in their life. But you eating a ton of junk food in like a month, that's insane, bro. No wonder why you need to switch your diet, bro. Come on. Moderation.
No, it's not even it wasn't even a like.
But a ton is like,
it wasn't a moderation. No, it wasn't a moderation thing. It was a literally, if I have the option, I will go for it. And also there's no other snacks in this house. So I just had to get some healthy stuff.
Like, where do you keep a ton of snacks? Like, that's a lot. That's like 3,000 pounds.
I'm hearing a lot of rustling in the background there.
I have a mini fridge. What am I eating?
No, Cord. I feel like I hear him like rustling through some shit.
What? Do you really?
That's what I thought.
Dude.
No idea what you're talking about.
I thought it was doing like a sarcastic bit where it's like, oh, why would you do that while he's like fucking got his hand in the bag of Doritos and shit?
No bag of Doritos.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, the bag of Cape Cod chips from Costco is unopened, but it is downstairs, far away from my grass.
Hey, there you go.
Alrighty.
The Cape Cod chips.
It was $3 off. It was $4.75 for a Costco size bag. Okay, I said no to the $6 of Doritos. I couldn't say no to the $4.75 bag of Cape Cod chips.
There you go, man.
Exactly.
How are you doing, Cord?
Dude, I'm doing, man. We just doing. There's no good or bad. It's just doing. We vibe in the moment.
Sometimes no news is good news.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Okay, then. Next question is, which celebrity would you like to go to a rowdy party with?
Chris Malone.
So this is... Oh, that's a good answer. Dang. I would... Honestly, okay, this is gonna... Y'all are gonna judge. Kesha. I feel like that would be a fun night. I feel like that would be a really fun night.
I mean, maybe.
If her songs are to be believed, then she gets a little rowdy, a little freaky, a little fun and crazy. I feel like it would be very entertaining.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like a lot of pop music is just fake, and these people aren't really like that. It's just all a fake persona.
Maybe I would party with Avril Lavigne.
With Admiral who?
Avril Lavigne.
Who's that?
I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Skater
boy? Never mind. Pink.
I feel like there's a lot more authenticity with Pink than with Kesha.
Okay, then I'll go with that.
Fair enough.
That sounds fun. Yeah. Cord, who would you party with? Like, and I'm talking like a crazy, like a party that like you wake up and like it's a big headache.
Yeah. Like, I don't do rowdy parties. So what I'm doing is I'm taking Henry Cavill to my house and we're playing like Catan or like some Halo. So we staying inside for the night. That's my rowdy party with a celebrity.
Like the LAN parties that we did?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dude. Yeah, absolutely. That'd be awesome.
There we go. Thinking outside the box.
That'd be great. Dude, he's a gamer.
Absolutely.
Isn't there a video of him putting together a gaming PC and he's just like got his muscles out the whole time? Yeah. I need to watch that. All right. Last question for this week is, what is your favorite childhood cartoon? Noc.
All right. Oh man, I actually kind of wonder if this is too early and none of y'all actually know about it.
Sorry.
Well, let's see.
SWAT Cats.
Never heard of it.
What the? No, never heard of it.
It's...
Hang on. I'm a Google.
All right, fuck man, maybe I need to Google.
SWAT Cats?
Yeah, I think the K is the C is a K.
What the heck? It's familiar, but I've definitely never watched this. Maybe I've seen a commercial for it.
Oh, man, I haven't seen it in so long. They're like these like fucking cats that are like fighter pilots, which doesn't make sense because SWAT has nothing to do with being a fighter pilot, but all right. I used to love that show so much, but honestly, I can't. It's weird though because I can't remember anything about it. It was just so fucking long ago. I remember it was my favorite though.
Were they like secret agents or something?
I don't even fucking know. I just remember loving it so much, and that's all I remember about it. Like you say, you asked what my favorite cartoon is, and like I immediately go to this, but I can't remember a goddamn thing about it.
I don't think it can be named your favorite then if you don't remember.
All right, fuck it then, Pokemon.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's just like this was like I must have been maybe probably like 10 years old.
Okay, why do you call it your favorite childhood cartoon?
That's so...
Like, was it something about the art style, the music, the characters? What was it?
Okay, now I'm feeling like really out of place because I'm like totally drawing a blank. It's like I remember it's just like an instant reaction. What's your favorite cartoon? SWAT Cats. And now I can't remember why. I haven't seen it in at least probably 20 years.
Okay.
Huh. Oh god, now I'm having like a fucking existential crisis over it.
Dude. All right, then I'll go next then. Unless you want to go, Cord. Do you want to go first?
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay. So I'm kind of between two. I'm between Adventure Time, which is a really good show, but I'm also between Star versus the Forces of Evil, which is just, it's so cringy, but I loved it so much as a kid. Just because, I don't know, it was bright colors and flashy and stuff, and I liked the music. Adventure Time, though, I loved all the funny bits in it. Like, all the jokes were good. I liked the concept of Jake the dog, and then the story got super real, and it just got better and better, and I liked it. Cord.
Wow, Adventure Time. That's cool. I don't know.
What?
What?
Do you not like Adventure Time?
I just said, wow, Adventure Time. That's so cool. What was so confusing?
You said it kind of sarcastically.
It did sound sarcastic.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Adventure Time. I don't know.
Dude, stop doing that. Just tell us what your show is.
I don't fucking know what I was into when I was a kid. Yeah, VeggieTales. Sure, we'll go with that.
Dude, banger.
Bangers.
All the songs, the silly songs with Larry.
The part of this show where Larry comes out and sings a silly song is
yes, dude.
A line that will forever stay in my head. Rent free forever.
The Water Buffalo song.
Everybody got on Water Buffalo.
Yours is fast, but mine is slow. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Move on. Okay, we're done.
No more wacky questions.
News. No more wacky questions. We just have news from here on out.
Just news. Okay.
So the first thing, it's a really weird thing. So McDonald's is celebrating one of their characters' birthdays.
Oh my
it's
God.
Grimace, the weird purple dude. I don't know if you've seen this. Whenever you go to a McDonald's, they have like a whole special meal about it. It's a big thing. It's a big thing for them apparently. And a really weird thing that they've done as like a marketing thing is that they released a Game Boy Color game about Grimace's birthday in 2023. Yeah. So it's not like it's not like yeah. So it's not like a physical copy or anything, and it's not just a ROM that you can download. There is a McDonald's like website that has a Game Boy Color emulator, and it has the ROM in it. And then you can play it on there.
See now,
and if you want to as well, you can also just rip the ROM out of the website and play it on an emulator. But if you try and rip it and put it onto a real cartridge, it won't work. There's graphical issues.
Oh my God.
Yep.
The reason why I'm fucking laughing about this so hard is because I literally had that fucking Grimace's birthday meal fucking thing literally like 4 hours ago.
Yes, dude. That's awesome.
But wow, like a Game Boy Color ROM as a...
Yeah, I don't know
that's
why.
That's such a weird thing to do.
Yeah, I don't know why they chose to do this. Maybe the last time that they like used Grimace for marketing was in an era where the Game Boy Color was like relevant.
And they actually had...
Because they
just re-released the ROM, changed a couple of assets.
Yeah.
Even that as somebody in marketing is into retro gaming, like...
Yeah, I think that's what it is, because like that whole the McDonald's like lineup of characters has not been relevant for years except for Ronald McDonald.
Sure.
Grimace had like a little bit of a cult following. The one dude in like the bandit clothes, the Hamburglar. Yes, thank you. There was like a chicken or something. Five Nights at Freddy's moments. I don't know. It was weird.
It really gives off that vibe, doesn't it?
It really does. But yeah, that's a thing. So if you want to play that, I guess go to McDonald's website and then you can play a Game Boy Color game in the year of our Lord 2023.
And it's possible to like rip the ROM out like as a URL or something and download it and play it in a normal Game Boy emulator.
Yes,
that's freaking cool.
But what you can't do is download the ROM, put it onto a like memory stick, and then put that into a cartridge adapter, and then play it on a real Game Boy, which is just ridiculous. There's graphical issues. Like it'll work, I guess, but it does not like it doesn't function correctly.
So say for example, this ROM was programmed and may perhaps only ever tested on emulators and never on real hardware.
Yeah. Yep. I think that might be what has happened.
That's so weird.
I know.
I think the real question is the game any good? Like, that's
I have no idea.
You're telling me you didn't download it and give us a thorough review for this podcast?
No. I wanted to, but I have not had Wi-Fi that works for like the last couple days. And when I was over at my parents' house, which did have Wi-Fi, it completely slipped my mind. / I had stuff downloading onto a hard drive the whole entire night. And so there was already a massive backed up queue. So I didn't want to bog down my family's Wi-Fi as much. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny seeing like I wouldn't say non-gaming related things on like handheld consoles, like really retro shit. Really retro shit.
Yeah.
Like those like on the Game Boy Advance, there's like full episodes of like SpongeBob, I think it was.
Oh, dude, there's like a lot of cartoons and movies.
Yeah, like there's Shrek. There's a Shrek 2 version on the Game Boy Advance, and like Shark Tale and stuff like that. They're out there.
I have a cartridge that's a bunch of like old Cartoon Network shows. There's like Kids Next Door one. There's that weird chicken and cow show. No, that was a Nick cartoon.
I was gonna say Cow and Chicken.
I'm trying to. Yeah, Johnny Bravo. There was episodes of that. And I think there was an episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I was about to say that too, because that's like from that era.
Yeah. Good times, man.
The amount of effort it must
watching it on a 240p screen.
I was gonna say the amount of effort it must take to be able to compress that much shit into like the pixel count being so low, the color density being that low, and just that much data, like a whole episode in like what are these ROMs like? Like they gotta be like less than 5 megabytes.
In a Game Boy Advance?
In a Game Boy Advance, maybe 15. No, Game Boy Advance, no way in hell would it be a gig. Most 100 meg.
What are you talking about?
Game Boy Advance at most 100 meg.
Let me look up that's one of my ROMs.
And that is like, what is it like? Chrono Trigger is like 30 meg or some shit.
That's it?
Oh my god, I don't have a Game Boy emulator on here. I only have a SNES. What? Wait, what? How did I let this happen? Oh my god, that's so disappointing. Oh no, wait, I have one on the E drive. Wait. I'm gonna get down to the bottom of this. Cord, can you tell us about some news?
I'm still way off. Chrono Trigger's ROM file is 2.93 meg.
What?
Yeah. It's
okay.
tiny.
Never mind. I give up then. That's insane.
Like not even DS games are like gigs.
Wow.
What?
How technology has changed.
Yeah. I've been doing emulation for years. How have I never noticed this? Hold on.
Do you know it never changes now, though?
Size 131,000 kilobytes. Oh my gosh. What? That's crazy. What doesn't change? Sorry.
Thank you. So glad you asked.
You're trying so hard.
Yeah, I'm trying over here. You asked me to transition to the subject and you're cutting into me, but it's all good. It's whatever. It's all forgiven. It's forgiven. Activision's greed never changes.
Oh my
It
God,
just
what
announced
now?
earlier this week that Warzone 1 will be officially shut down on September 21st of this year.
No way.
Dude, like shutdown?
Yeah. So for those who don't, who aren't specifically in the loop, there was the original Warzone that came out in 2019, and for the next 2 to 3 years after that, that game mode kind of just got updated with because not all of the Call of Duty games share the same movement system, right? So Warzone was the same starting from 2019 to 2022, except versions of all the new games guns were implemented in. So even though you were using Modern Warfare 19's movement system, you could be using Black Ops Cold War guns or Vanguard guns, etc.
Oh.
However, they decided to do a clean reset when they came out with this newest Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, with Warzone 2.0, where the movement system would be based off of Modern Warfare 2's movement system, which is very different than Modern Warfare 2019 system. So that's what they did. They announced this less than a year ago. And then, 8 months later, they're like, you know what? We're not even going to allow you to have access to Warzone 1 anymore. It's gone.
Dude, how? They have so much money.
It's
they can
not
keep
just
the
that they
servers
have
going.
so much money. It's that there's absolutely enough of a player base on Warzone 1 to justify having servers for it.
Absolutely. Holy
There
shit.
are so many people who prefer...
Do they really think that this is financially a good idea? I mean, maybe they've unless they're adding new content, new microtransactions to this old game, they're not going to make any continuing money off of it. So I understand the reasoning behind shutting the game down if they're not actually making money off of it.
Right.
Well, what happens to all the cosmetics that people have already bought? Are they just
go
useless
fuck
now?
yourself. It's gone.
Oh my God. That's awful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
There's no transfer thing?
Nope.
Not if there's no equivalent in the newer game. What are you going to transfer when there's no destination?
Wow, that is insane because some people have really wailed on those games.
Yeah.
Jeez, dude.
I was watching this video the other day. It was one of those Linus Tech Tip videos talking about how with post Windows XP era, we're in this era of gaming where pretty much most games online essentially require access to the internet to be able to play.
Oh my God.
And it's things like this, things like Warzone, where a lot of retro games and pre Windows XP, you can kind of download the CD images, download the ROMs, whatever. You'll always have a point of an archival point where you can go either emulate it or use an older version of Windows or something like that, and just play these games. And nowadays, or at least with modern games, the only way when these games have outlived their what is the word?
Relevancy.
Not necessarily relevancy, but the fact that the publishers and the developers service them and support them.
Their service life.
Yeah, exactly. Once that's gone, these games, the only way to live them is through archival footage. You cannot play these games.
Oh my gosh, that happened with MapleStory too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh,
it's so weird. It's especially more prevalent with MMOs, older MMOs.
Yep.
Say for example, once again, I'm talking about Ragnarok Online, but Ragnarok Online, the only way to play sort of older feels of Ragnarok, because there is the new Ragnarok Online. It's third class transcendence. Nobody knows what that shit means. Don't worry about it. You can play essentially a completely different version of the game that's different than what I played back in 2006 to 2010. You can play it if you download a private server thing and literally run it yourself. That stuff is available, but there is no official way of playing that specific version of the game. And I'm guessing that's kind of similar to what you're talking about with MapleStory, is that officially there's no, maybe there's a private server way to do it, but officially that game doesn't exist anymore. And it's not something you can download and play. It's not something you can, literally the only way to experience, at least with that game and a lot of these newer games, say for example, it's going to be the same with Warzone, is that the only way to experience it is to watch it.
Yeah. I'm feeling that real hard because like I've been talking about for weeks now, I have no Wi-Fi. And like the only Wi-Fi I have is a mobile hotspot. And I don't want my phone to explode, so I don't have it on 24/7. And like I can't play online games, and I can't even play some single player games that just need me to have a Wi-Fi connection, which those I hate it when they do that. But like I literally can't play the games, and there's no way to like get around it, or the games don't function properly. Like Street Fighter V is a really big one that I've been playing, like just because I have nothing else to play, and so I've been playing it. And the story mode, garbage, so bad. The most entertaining thing that I could do in that game is like play through the tutorials and like the bad story mode where they have like 4 lines of dialogue and then they go straight into fighting. Or there's like an arcade mode, which is just, hey, if you beat like 4 guys, you unlock a skin or something. Or it's just like this is not fun unless I can connect to the internet and play with other people. Yeah. Like I wish that the story mode would be better, because then if you get me invested in a plot, then I feel like I'm actually fighting for something. Like that would be great. But no, it has like all the different characters have their own little subplots. There's no like big grand thing. It's so weird.
One of the things that's kind of interesting is the way that this stuff is written into like terms of service, in that at least with like specifically with single player games where there are microtransactions for game items, like be it cosmetic shit or be it things that help you in the game themselves, is that in terms of the terms of service and like legally speaking, you're not specifically owning these things. You're kind of renting them until they until like, because at least in terms of fairness, like if you buy something, you should have it forever, right? And that, like, I guess semantically speaking, if you buy something, you should have it forever. So they can't tell you that you're buying these items. They say that you're renting it until they don't support it.
Right.
Which is, like, I mean, I guess it's like a fact of modern gaming, like a fact of life, that a lot of these things that you buy, at least in terms of microtransactions, and even nowadays, it could even be the games themselves. When they just decide to stop supporting it, you can no longer play it. You're not buying a game anymore. You're essentially renting access to it.
Dude, this happened a lot in mobile gaming. Whenever like if you ever tried to like download very old like iPhone games or something, half of them you can't even download anymore. Like they're not even on the store page. Nobody's updated them to be compatible with new OSs. Like they're just gone.
Yeah, I mean, at least with that specific, like, I mean, with some of that, you could theoretically use an older device to download the game. And that's like, if it's a game you bought, it's not necessarily, I guess that you didn't buy it. It's just that you may no longer have a device that can support it.
Right. But
essentially,
that's
functionally, it's kind of the same.
Like, you can't
say, this game you really like, but you can only play it on an iPhone 4. Like, you literally have to keep an iPhone 4 to be able to play the game.
Yeah, but you can't go back in version on iOS. Like, you would have to buy a phone.
Oh, like if it's specifically, like if it's a game that specifically only works with a certain iOS version.
Yeah.
And like you'd have to get an iPhone 4 and keep it at a specific iOS version.
Yes. Yep.
Modern gaming.
Yeah. Oh, man. Like, you could emulate a phone, but like that's a lot of trouble, man.
I hate to be one of those guys that says, gets old and says, back in my day it used to be so good. But it legitimately feels that way.
Yeah. That's why I like collect a bunch of retro games, just because I'm like, I have it. I have the game. Like I have it.
It's like having like,
it's mine.
Physical vinyl and physical CDs. You're not relying on the availability of some streaming service to be able to listen to your music, just in the same way as you don't have to rely on your internet connection to be able to just plug in a cartridge and play a bloody game.
Yep. Okay, that was a lot.
It was a lot.
Noc, tell us why Twitter is divided on a moral stance this week.
Oh man, I wasn't going to bring the moral situation this week. I I
Dude,
really
go for
wanted
it.
to kind of keep this matter of fact, but at the same time,
Okay. If you want it to be less spicy, then keep it less
Ow.
spicy. If you want it to get spicy, get spicy.
we'll leave the option of spiceability to the end.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna grab a water.
sure. Recently, there was a kind of interesting event that happened where, fuck it, let's just talk about the company. So there is a company called OceanGate, and what they do, or perhaps used to do, is they would offer at quite a large price the ability to do a deep sea dive and see the Titanic. Like the
Of course.
100-year-old boat that sunk to the ground. And
Because because what makes sense, you know, going in a new boat to go see where this other famous boat sunk.
yeah,
Great idea.
Yeah. And like people,
I mean, if you got the chance, like that would
And
be
the
kind of
money.
cool. I could see it.
Okay,
Yeah,
but it's like, big boat that sunk. Let's go visit it in a boat.
I mean, that's
You are,
man,
dude.
we're already going there.
I hate this guy. He is such a joy killer. What's the word? A Debbie Downer. a killjoy. That's the one.
Killjoy. What?
Yeah, you take all the fun out of exploring. Not a lot of people or cameras have seen the Titanic whenever it's been.
Well, it's because I'd like to keep my life. Okay, and I think
That's a really
I'm
good
sure
point.
this boat was a little bit more of a killjoy than I am right now.
Wow. That's the thing, is it shouldn't even be as bad as it was. It was just this dumb freaking company. So
All right, tell us more. Finish.
there were 5 people on board this submersible. There was this company, OceanGate's CEO, Stockton Rush, I think his name was. Yeah. I've got it in my notes somewhere. Fuck it. It was essentially two or three billionaires that are just, rich and want to see the fucking Titanic, and one of the billionaires' kids. What was supposed to happen was that they're supposed to, dive down and see this Titanic and come back and live happily ever after. That did not happen. There was somewhere along the way, there was like a communication loss, and when they were supposed to come up, they didn't. So all of a sudden, the Coast Guard is getting involved. Everybody's hearing about it. Everybody's paying a lot of attention to the fact that they have 96 hours of oxygen left. Or at least since they start diving, they have 96 hours of oxygen in their submersible. So people are pretty much fearing the worst, that they're stuck down there and not able to get up, and they're gonna, essentially die of starvation there. Somewhere during this whole thing, like the Coast Guard is dropping sonar. I don't know how to pronounce this word. At least in Australian, we always called them buoys, but like I feel like in America they call them buoys.
Buoys.
Yeah. So they're trying to like use sonar to see if they can hear anything, see if they can see anything out there. Supposedly they heard banging sounds, but later on we found out that was probably just something else. And then a while later, the Coast Guard finds, using one of their ROVs, I think it's remote operated vehicles, they find a debris field. They find bits and pieces. Like I think the first thing they saw was like the nose cone, I think they called it, and then they found some of the pieces on the bottom, like these like landing pieces. And so pretty much what that meant is, at least what they said, was that it was consistent with a rapid what's the word? Implosion. And so that means they're pretty much all dead. And
Damn.
I guess it's probably a blessing in a way, because from what I've learned about what an implosion at that kind of pressure means, supposedly your brain takes about, it's like 40 milliseconds or something to register any kind of stimulus, be it pain or whatever. And
Right.
your body would have, at least with an implosion like this, at this pressure, your body would have been obliterated within 20 milliseconds. So they had absolutely, like when it happened, it was probably just fucking lights out for them. They wouldn't have even known it was happening.
Oh my gosh.
is as morbid as it is to say, probably better than any of the other options out there in terms of how one could die.
Getting lost at sea.
Yeah, right.
It's just all over in the blink of an eye.
But this is one of the things that was weird is that they supposedly, at least the Coast Guard apparently heard a big bang and they never said anything about it, and they were like assuming that was the implosion. Like after they found out that it had imploded, they figured this sound was the implosion. But that means that it had imploded after they after they had already realized that they had been missing and that they had started actively looking for them. Which means that they would have actually been stuck down there. Like they didn't just go down and oops, my submarine died. They must have been stuck down there and probably scared for their lives before the submarine had imploded. And who knows whether or not it made, who knows whether or not while they were stuck down there, it had made, say like cracking noises or anything as if, and it could have been terrifying is what I'm saying.
Right.
So yeah, that apparently the kid who was on there, the 19-year-old kid, was actually terrified before going down.
Oh.
And he was just doing it as a way to bond with his billionaire dad.
Oh.
And that's to me personally, and this is where it could get a bit spicy. That's the only sad thing about this story.
Dude, I have too big of a heart. I look at this and I'm like, a bunch of people died, like trying to, I don't know, have like a fun excursion, right? Like this is like you go on a fun vacation or something and then you end up like breaking an arm and it's like, oh, for some reason it's just like a double, like, it's sad and it sucks.
I'm too much of a leftist to give a flying fuck about billionaires.
Jesus, damn.
Don't lose your humanity.
Yeah. Tell them to fucking not lose their humanity.
Hey,
they're
you gotta
dead.
start with the man in the mirror.
Tell them anything.
And I'm happy about that.
Oh my God. Noc. Okay, no. Don't say you're happy about people being dead. That's bad.
All right, whatever. Anyways,
oh my gosh.
Well, how about listen to this? There was I'm not talking about that anymore, but let's talk about Stockton Rush and his utter stupidity.
This I can get behind. This is stupid.
Now listen to this. This is a quote from Stockton Rush. "I'd like to be remembered as an innovator. I think it was General MacArthur who said, 'You're remembered for the rules you break,' and I've broken some rules to make this."
Oh.
I wish I had it in front of me, but there was like an email chain. Yeah, right. There was an email chain between him and some other guy who was like maybe an expert in like submarines and submersibles, pretty much saying like, you're an absolute dumbass for making this thing out of carbon fiber and not making it out of pure metal. And
God.
I wish I had it because like Stockton's response to this was like, "I feel personally attacked that you're saying that I'm going to get people killed." Like that's like literally what he says.
Oh my God.
Like he said something along the lines like, "A lot of people have said that I'm being reckless and I'm going to get people killed, and I take that as a personal insult." Something like that. I'm paraphrasing.
Oh my gosh.
It's like,
wow.
A lot of people have said that this kind of hubris is exactly what sank the original Titanic. Yeah, because they thought that boat was they called it unsinkable, and it fucking sank.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Was he one of the guys that died?
Stockton Rush? Yes, he was piloting this up.
And actually, he's a piece of shit. I don't know if I heard about this from a friend of mine who's telling me about the situation like on Friday, but apparently they designed those subs with like less than subpar quality. And whenever their inspector, like 3 years ago, called them out on it, they fired the inspector.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And now
I think it was the glass window at the front was only rated to go up to like the pressure that would be halfway down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I was reading something today where it was
the thing is that like the sub, like that wasn't that sub's maiden voyage, right? Like it had gone on certain other tours, really deep tours, far more past than what it should have been. But because it was made with lesser quality materials, the materials deteriorated a lot quickly, and they just deteriorated.
That makes sense.
While going to the
just a matter of time.
Dang.
I was reading something today about somebody who was part of like a research crew that did this kind of deep sea diving at supposedly things that are twice as deep as the Titanic's depth, and they were saying that the specific submarines that they went on were actually tested multiple times at pressures like twice as deep as they went. Like they wouldn't go on this submarine that hadn't been tested at insane pressures, so that they knew they were good at the pressures that they were actually going to go to.
Right. Jeez.
Yeah. There was one thing that did kind of make me laugh about this whole thing, was that they showed this off in some of their videos, and now I'm talking about what was it, Ocean Gate and Stockton Rush. They had a Logitech game controller that's used as their piloting thing. And the funniest thing to me was going on Amazon and looking at the reviews for it now.
No. Wait, that's devious.
They've actually removed a lot of them. I had a screen cap that I was going to read out.
Dude, but read us one.
I don't have it in front of me, but I pretty much know one of them word for word. And this one made me piss myself laughing so much. The review was a 1-star review. It said, I'm so angry. The up button on this controller doesn't work. I can only go down, but I can't go up. It doesn't work. I can't go up. I'm so angry. I'm going to implode.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
I went and looked for it today because I lost the screenshot that I took of it, and it's gone.
Oh, well. That's still really funny. All right, let's move on. Moving on to Final Fantasy 16. Okay, this is big. Final Fantasy 16 released. It's only on PlayStation 5 right now. It came out on June 22nd. Oh my God. It's beautiful. It's so pretty. And the music is really good. Like, even if you don't play the game, give the music a listen, because oh my gosh, it's like, it is beautifully orchestrated. Like, it's incredibly impressive. And if you do watch it, you're going to watch like the opening cutscene. Like, you're going to get like 10 minutes into it and you're going to be like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And now I need to play it. I need to stop watching. Like, it's amazing. It looks so pretty.
Yeah, first I'll need to buy a PS5.
Yeah, that's a smallish. Well, fortunate news. There will be a PC port.
Oh,
that won't release until December 31st, 2023. And I don't have the exact quote, but I think that might be it won't release on other platforms like until at least December 31st. Like, I don't know if they've promised a PC port, but if there is going to be one, it'll happen after that date. So be on the lookout.
What is Square Enix's track record of releasing PC ports?
Not the best. It's not too good. They said they would release Final Fantasy VII Remake on PC, and I think they did eventually, but it wasn't in the time span that they initially said they would. It took them a lot longer, if I remember correctly.
I was kind of wondering what the likelihood of, because there are a lot of like games that end up on console and take years and years to get to PC.
Right. Yeah. I don't.
It's literally like, I mean, I haven't
remember.
I haven't played any Final Fantasy games, so even if I was to play this game, I'm not buying a console to play it.
No, I don't think it would be that worth it. But if you already have a PS5, then
well, apparently they're actually not too hard to come by anymore.
Oh, yay! Good. It only took them 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. I find it hilarious when I see people who people who are in like scalping communities who have like posted pictures like I've got 50 Xboxes and I can't sell them. Oh, sorry, PS5s. Like, yeah, good. That's what you get.
Thank God. I'm so glad we're past that. Same thing happens every time there's a new console, honestly. It's just really been getting worse and worse over time.
It was specifically worse with the PS5 because it was like during the pandemic and everybody's like It was an issue with like companies like TSMC, the semiconductor manufacturing companies, because they were getting slammed because there was a shortage. I'm not sure if it was necessarily a shortage or a lot of people were pulling out of their contracts for getting semiconductor chips made, and once they realized the demand was actually going to be a lot higher, they couldn't get their contracts back because they had been filled by other people trying to get contracts to produce chips.
Ooh.
And the same thing happened when I got the car that I've got now. There was a semiconductor shortage for the chips that handle like Apple CarPlay and shit like that. And like, you know, the car, we were getting a brand new car and it was going to be like delayed. And it was because Ford pretty much limited they saw the pandemic and they're like, oh shit, we better cut back on production because people aren't going to be buying cars because of the pandemic. And then all of a sudden they realized that didn't actually happen and they're trying to fight to get their chip production back. And it was like, especially worse with like, same thing happened with graphics cards. NVIDIA cut back, realized, people during the pandemic, people are actually buying more graphics cards than ever because what the fuck else are they going to do?
Exactly. Yep. Golly, that's crazy. I remember it happened with the Switch. My brother my older brother actually bought a couple and like sold them, but it was nowhere near as bad as the PS5. Like people have like straight up like truckloads of these consoles nowadays. Like I remember the Switch was like, oh, I bought like 4. I'll maybe sell them for a profit of like $50. Meanwhile, scalpers nowadays are like, I'm gonna get a whole like $200 extra off of this. Like it's insane.
Right. Like you literally couldn't get a PS5 unless you were spending like $900 on it.
Yeah. Oh, it was insane. Anyways, Coed.
Yes.
You're still here.
Of course I am. Why would I not be here?
I haven't heard from you in a while. Dude, I haven't heard from you in a while, and I'm worried about you.
Listen, I am fanfabulous over here doing nothing's wrong with me. You guys were just carrying the conversation perfectly. I felt no need to interrupt.
Okay, I got you.
Why? Do you want me to start interrupting your conversations now all the time? Because I can't do that.
Maybe a little bit, like chip in a bit.
Yeah, your input would be appreciated.
So like yes. Yeah, okay, all right, interrupting. Got it.
As long as it's constructive.
Yeah. Constructive interruptions. Can you tell us about Xbox?
Of course. So,
thank you.
As all good things in this world, inflation eventually hits even the best of us. And that has been announced for Xbox Game Pass, as its cost for its console users will be increasing by $2 to $10.99 per month for console and then $16.99 for Ultimate Edition. Dang. Yeah,
it's still.
I was kind of it.
It makes sense. Though,
it does make sense because I was interested to see how long it would take Xbox Game Pass to increase its prices, just because as its value.
When was the last? Okay,
sorry, what?
When was the last time it actually increased its price?
This is the first time it's increased its price
ever.
Correct.
This is acceptable.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like, are we talking like how long has Xbox Game Pass been around for?
Maybe now 3 years at least.
Okay, that's not what I thought. I thought you were talking about Xbox Live, longer. Maybe.
I'm not sure. When did Xbox?
I don't know, but it's very much worth the money.
It did come out in 2017. Wow.
Dang,
son.
Okay.
That's the same year as the Switch. That's like 7-ish years old now.
There you go. I feel like it's... I mean, okay, at least to my knowledge, then it hasn't increased since then.
Well, I mean, this is good. Like, I feel like this is still a really affordable way for people to play a lot of games.
Absolutely.
Like, it's...
So you said 2017?
But
yeah, apparently.
Yes.
July of 2017.
If it was at, sorry, I just did a little calculation. If it was at an acceptable rate of 2% inflation per year, it should have gone up by $1.62, not $2. But we all know inflation's bullshit right now, so whatever.
$1.62. Well, you might as well round it up, right? That's above 1.5, right?
It's 27 cents per year.
Yeah. You might as well just round it up. You know, just like exploit for a little bit more money. You know,
exactly. So they don't feel like they have to. they have to readjust for inflation for at least like an additional year or two.
Yeah, it's just
I
don't know. I get annoyed when people start thinking that 8% inflation per year is like normal now. Like fuck that.
But it is normal now.
It fucking shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, but it is.
That's just the way it is. It's abnormal.
What it is. I'm gonna fucking get on this tirade again. What it is greedy billionaires thinking that they can charge people extra for shit, and they're just going to go with it. And the truth is, they are going along with it. Nobody's here. I guess. Like seriously, like they're increasing prices by 8% on everything for no reason. I guess I get that normal inflation is normal, but not 8%. They're increasing prices on shit absurdly high to milk people's money, and they're all talking about how they're making record profits, and we're getting charged 8% per year extra on shit. It's dumb.
Hey man, your mom.
So true, Bessie.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm just saying.
Your mom.
Man. Your mom. I don't know enough about this kind of stuff. I'm gonna be honest. Like I did not do good in my macroeconomics class that I was forced to take. I hated it, so I stopped having a passion for it. Honestly, I think there's some validity to the things that you're saying, though. I don't doubt it. Like greed is a really big driving force, especially in America. So.
It's not best. It's not better in other countries, to be honest. Like the UK, Australia, they're all dealing with this because realistically, corporations are global at this point. They're doing it everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is what we should do. We should just move to some like country that's like just not really known, like not super popular.
The funny thing is, like, people are doing that. Like, there's a lot of people moving to Scandinavian, more sort of Western European countries. Like Germany's pretty good, so it seems. You know. I
liked Costa Rica.
Fair enough. I read something really kind of interesting recently. You know how they solved the homeless crisis in Finland?
How?
They just gave apartments to homeless people and gave them counseling.
For free?
Yeah. Homelessness is gone.
What the hell?
Because they can't do it.
I don't know.
Couldn't do it here. That's communism. I'm sorry. Are you a socialist? You can't do that here. What are you, fucking crazy?
We have like a fuck ton of homeless people.
And we also have a fuck ton of empty homes.
Do we really?
Oh, yeah. Holy shit, yes.
What? I thought that the housing market was like going crazy. I thought that thing was booming.
Oh yeah,
and like houses were going up to the point where like people can't afford them, and so like everybody just like owns houses.
No, not exactly.
Or is it the banks that own the houses?
That's where you're wrong, kiddo. No, what it is private companies buying up all the fucking housing they can get, keeping them empty to drive up demand. And then the more they drive up demand, the more expensive their houses that they've previously bought have become. They buy up absolutely everything they can on the market. And then once once all the housing prices have gone up so much because they're buying everything, then they start sort of trickling out houses, selling them off at a very, very controlled pace. At these insanely higher prices than they used to be, insanely higher than they bought them for, to make money. They don't rent them out because they want people to need to buy houses.
That's fucked up. That should be illegal.
It should be. But no, that's...
Why do they do that?
If it was illegal, that would be socialism.
Bro, how? We're literally thinking with 2 brain cells. Socialism. Okay, well, listen, man. If we want to get people in homes, maybe a little bit of socialism won't hurt. Like, wow, actually, that was kind of a spicy take. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, man, you got to be careful with those words.
Yeah, I just realized what I said. I was like,
I mean, I would say it unironically.
Yeah, I was kind of joking, and then I was like, wait a minute.
And with that, we might need to end the podcast a little short today. Goodness graciousness,
No! How dare you?
Whoa, okay.
I don't want to end early. What is the thing? Okay, Noc.
What?
Noc. I have seen this thing in the notes, and I don't know what it means. What is JFAX?
Oh my god. I don't even think we have enough time for that one.
Damn it. Okay.
At this point, I'm not sure if we're ever going to go over it.
Okay.
What's the Pikmin
Well, then we'll talk about it
news?
after. Pikmin news. Okay, yeah, I was about to say. The Pikmin news. Okay, so there was a Nintendo Direct on June 21st, and a ton of stuff was announced, but the only thing that I was like, oh my god, there's Pikmin 4. Is like, we got like a trailer for it's there, it's here. Oh my god, Pikmin 4. I'm very excited. And also Pikmin 1 and 2 are available on the Switch now, which is amazing. I'm very happy because there was no ports other than the straight up GameCube versions of those games. So, yay.
I was about to ask, what's the original platform for the original Pikmin?
GameCube.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. So now the Switch will have Pikmin 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is makes my heart so happy.
I feel like a lot of people were hoping for like a new console announcement.
Yeah, it has been like 7 years since the Switch came out.
I feel like the gap between console releases is just getting bigger and bigger.
I feel like it is.
Well, I feel like it's like at this point, what can Nintendo do? Like what? Like normally, they've been very innovative with their consoles for the past, like I guess 3, at least 4 gen. Like, what's the next advancement? I really don't know what it could be. Like,
I don't know, man. Like
have a Wii 2.0, like maybe, but that might feel repetitive. I don't know if they would want to do that. You know, like
I hope they do the dual screen thing, but they do it differently, like they did with the DS, but then get the Switch like merged in or something. Like, you know, those Switch old DS, like Jesus phones Christ. That would slide out and it had the keyboard. I hope that they do that, but with the screens, so that way, if you close it, you can just have a normal Switch, but if you open it, you have the dual screen thing and you can play different games like that. I feel like that would be a really cool thing for them to do. I feel like that's
technically unfeasible.
No.
Technically infeasible. Let's stick with the realms of reality here, Muzi.
How dare you take a fat crap on my dreams?
I'm sorry, but if you wanted that to happen, the thing's going to have to be like 1.5 inches thick.
Have you seen the PS5? That thing is fucking massive.
Yeah, but the PS5
I don't mind if my Switch is a little bit
Doesn't
bigger.
matter, John. Dream better.
I know.
Dream better, John.
Dude. Okay, I was thinking about this, right? The Game Boy is thicker than the Switch. A DS XL is thicker than the Switch. The Switch is thin as fuck. It is so you could make a bigger console and it would be fine. Like, maybe not like height and lengthwise, but like widthwise, you definitely have like some wiggle room.
I mean, that original,
there's room for improvement for sure.
That original black and white Game Boy was a fucking chunky machine.
Yes, it was. That thing was like a brick.
That thing was like 2 inches wide.
Yeah. Have you guys looked at like the first generation of like iPhone or something compared to like now? Yeah. It's insane.
Oh my god,
it is crazy.
There was like a video on like do you guys know MKBHD?
Yeah,
he did like an unboxing of a original first gen iPhone. He bought it for $40,000.
Whoa!
Holy crap!
40?
I think it was 40.
That's insane.
Yeah, imagine buying a first gen iPhone just to be like, oh, this is going to be worth a lot in the future as a collectible. Who would think that?
I know, right? Especially at that time. Like at that time, it was just another phone that had like a quirky gimmick, just like every other phone.
Yeah.
Because like the Razr Flip would do like the thing where like it was like a fold out knife.
I'm gonna just start
Some
buying
phones like folded open and they had a keyboard.
I'm gonna just
like,
start buying the first edition of every new fancy, quirky, and weird phone.
No.
Just in case.
10 years.
You know, keep it in a phone vault.
There are so many things that if you do that, you can make a lot of money. Like say for example, the original first release collector's edition of World of Warcraft. I can't remember how much it's worth, but it's insane. Dude,
a big thing that would work today is Magic the Gathering just released like
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings cards. Yep. If you buy those now, those things will shoot up in value in like 10 years. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, collectible cards in general do go up in value a lot, but I bought the very first set of, just completely as a collectibles investment, the very first Magic the Gathering set that was Dungeons and Dragons. That has not gone up in value since. Not by much. It will in future.
Let it ferment.
But it really depends. I feel like sometimes it needs to be like kind of new IPs to be able to do that with. Like say for example, first edition booster box of the first set of Pokemon cards are literally like $200,000 to $300,000.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I got a big feeling because it's different with Lord of the Rings. Like I get that. That's something that almost everybody can like relate to, because that's like one of your options for like things that you read with your class in like middle school.
Yeah. When I heard that they were releasing a Lord of the Rings set, I'm like, I kind of want to get in on it just purely as an investment. But I saw that the prices at release generally on these kind of sets are pretty high. They might go down for a little bit before they go a lot higher.
Aren't they only like 400?
I don't know. I don't know what the collector box, because Magic the Gathering releases like three different types of boxes. There's the draft box, the set box, and the collector's box. And I think there are a few other auxiliary products. I was going to say, I've got Pokemon booster boxes from Evolving Skies that were a couple of years old. Those have gone insanely up in value. They're $400 a booster box right now, and I bought them literally for like $80. Mainly because I got them wholesale. They're usually about $110, $120, but still, it really depends on whether or not the companies print more of them to demand, and if they're able to do that, the values of them will go down as they release new printings. Specifically with Evolving Skies, they just didn't print enough of it, and they never did in the future. And that's why it's worth so much comparatively speaking to other sets. Like that one with the big Rainbow Pikachu Vivid Voltage. That one is still like $130. Exactly. Yeah. It's still a pretty cheap booster box to buy. And that came out before Evolving Skies. Sorry, I'm totally like geeking out on Pokemon card shit.
You're fine, but we do need to.
I just don't know what to say to that. You know what I'm saying? You lost me at Pikachu. The train arrived and then left the station as soon as you uttered.
You've played Magic before.
Pikachu.
Okay. All right. Okay. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Check us out next week. I forgot how to do an outro. I'm so sorry. Noc, tell us where we can find you on social media.
You can find me on Facebook. Oh my God, I've never used my Facebook URL, and I just said Facebook out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Drop the Facebook.
Facebook.com/NOC.V.music.
You called yourself out earlier for being old, and then you just did it again.
Wait, am I old for using Facebook?
Yes.
What the fuck has the world come to?
Old.
Old.
You can find me on myspace.com at
older.
It's even older.
You can find me on TikTok. Is that good?
Oh, dude, what are you, 5?
Disgusting. Imagine being on TikTok.
You can't find me. Don't find me.
You can't find
Don't find him, guys. You heard it here first.
Don't find him. Whatever you do, don't search him up on Spotify at Noc.V.
Thank you. Cord, where can we find you?
You can find me at cord_gamer wherever you desire. Except OnlyFans.
Wow, that's amazing. And chess.com.
Ooh. All right, Muzi, where do we find you?
Thanks. You can find me on twitch.tv/Musio. That is spelled MUZI0H. And you can find me at It's Musio on Twitter with the same spelling. I think that's everything. So we will see y'all next week. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.